Okay, let's dive right in, because we're looking at one of the absolute most fascinating paradoxes in tech right now. You might be wondering, how on earth does an undisputed AI leader fall completely out of the top rankings, yet somehow remain a total commercial juggernaut? Well, let's unpack this mystery of Google's current AI standing in this explainer.
So back in February 2026, Gemini 3.1 Pro was literally the king of the hill, ranking #1 on the Artificial Analysis Intelligence Index. But flash forward just 5 short months to July, and Google's highest scoring model, Gemini 3.6 Flash, has plummeted all the way down to 11th place. It's kind of wild.
Section 1. The fall from first, losing the lead.
How exactly did we get here? Right? How does a company with Google's basically limitless engineering resources go from setting the industry pace to falling so far behind in under half a year? Notice the sheer dominance of the competition crowded at the top right now. Anthropic snagged the #1 spot with Opus 5, OpenAI hit a score of 5.9 with GPT 5.6 Sol, and Moonshot AI totally matched Google's old peak. Google is now the only major lab without a current generation flagship model publicly available. No way you'd have predicted that a year ago.
Section 2. Delays and talent drain. A perfect storm. Behind the scenes, Google DeepMind was dealing with some seriously mounting pressures, and it started with immense promise. At their May 2026 developer conference, Sundar Pichai announced Gemini 3.5 Pro, telling the audience, "Give us until next month to get it to you." Well, June came and went. Then an unconfirmed July 17th target was completely missed, and late July slipped away too. That is 3 consecutive missed release windows.
So why did this happen? Well, reports showed DeepMind actually missed its own internal quality bar. They were facing high hallucination rates, structural failures when asking the AI to use external tools, which is known as recursive tool calling, and broken image generation. It got so bad they literally had to scrap and rebuild the model's base architecture from the ground up rather than ship something totally unreliable.
And this stall had a massive, massive cost. In the exact same window it took Google to ship 0 flagship models, their competitors shipped 8. Yeah, 8. Anthropic dropped 4 models, OpenAI released 3, and Moonshot shipped 1. They're moving at light speed, while Google is completely stalled out.
Compounding these technical hurdles is a massive brain drain. Right as the delays peaked in late June, Google lost 4 incredibly senior AI researchers. Noam Shazier left for OpenAI, while 2024 Nobel laureate John Jumper, Jonas Adler, and Alexander Pritzel all defected to Anthropic. Bloomberg even reported that this talent drain risks Google's AI position outright.
Section 3. The distribution advantage. A different story.
But hey, before we completely write them off, we really have to pivot our perspective for a second. With all these technical setbacks and top talent walking out the door, you've got to ask, is Google actually in commercial trouble right now? The answer is probably going to surprise you.
Just look at this. By May 2026, the Gemini app surpassed 900 million monthly active users. They aren't losing users at all. Their user base has actually more than doubled in just 1 year.
And it gets even bigger. They boast 2 billion monthly users on AI overviews, 1 billion on Search AI mode, and they hold a 27% global web traffic share for AI products. To put that into perspective, these are distribution metrics that absolutely no chatbot-only competitor can even dream of matching. It's a whole different scale.
Their commercial power is absolutely undeniable. I mean, consider their massive deal with Apple, worth roughly $1 billion a year. A custom 1.2 trillion parameter Gemini model will actually power the rebuilt Siri on iOS 27. This sheer scale is exactly why Alphabet's stock remains so incredibly strong. The market is pricing Google on its unbeatable infrastructure and distribution, not just on some benchmark scores.
Section 4. The price of pacing. Long-term stakes.
So if the stock is up and the users are obviously there, does the benchmark gap even matter? Well, the real cost is playing out right now in the developer ecosystem. Yes, Google has a very cheap $1.50 per million token cost for its 3.6 Flash model. But without a shiny new flagship, developers are locking their infrastructure into Claude, GPT, or Kimi, and those switching costs, they compound over time. Interestingly though, Google has confirmed it's already deep into pre-training Gemini 4, which suggests 3.5 Pro might just end up being a placeholder they're willing to skip past entirely.
Which leaves us with this final critical thought. When you have products that reach hundreds of millions of people the literal second they unlock their phones, you just don't have the same urgency to ship a frontier model on a fixed deadline. But I really want you to think about this.
In the ultimate AI arms race, what actually matters more in the long run? Setting the pace of intelligence or owning the distribution? Thanks so much for learning with me in this explainer, and I'll let you ponder that one until next time.